Hello, team, this is NFL Hashira. This is my first video on this channel, and for that reason I haven't the chance to edit the video. I would love created this videos when the season begun, so sorry. In this opportunity we'll give our predictions for this week. This is the week 12. This week, the Jacksonville Jaguars, New York Jets, Cincinnati Bengals, Miami Dolphins, Atlanta Falcons, and Buffalo Bills are on bye. First matchup. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Cleveland Browns on Thursday night. In their last game, the Steelers defeated the Ravens in a very close match, not scoring any touchdowns, while the Ravens missed key field goals that affected the final score. On the other hand, the Browns lost to the Saints by a larger margin in the second half. To be honest, this game is only close because it's a divisional matchup, but it could easily go the Steelers' way. The Steelers have a better quarterback, better receivers, a better head coach, and better special teams. The Browns have a decent defense, but I don't see them scoring enough points to beat the Steelers, especially with T.J. Watt playing excellent as a pass rusher. Steelers slay the Browns. Second matchup. We have the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the Carolina Panthers on Sunday morning. In their last game, the Chiefs lost their undefeated record to the Buffalo Bills. I think this is the comeback game. Despite the Panthers' recent streak, they are still one of the worst teams this season, and their opponents have been the Giants and Saints, two weak teams. So I don't think this game will be close, even though the Chiefs have struggled to score points. Chiefs slay the Panthers. Third matchup. We have the Minnesota Vikings visiting the Chicago Bears. Both teams haven't played well overall. The Vikings have been more erratic, failing to score quickly in the first quarters like they used to, and still struggling to score in the second halves. The Bears, on the other hand, with Matt Eberflus as their head coach, have an inefficient offense. Caleb Williams isn't playing well, and he looks more like he did at the start of the season. We should understand that this team invested in free agency, but we can't be too concerned about their loss to the Packers, since it was due to a missed kick, and the Packers often win those kinds of games. However, just a week earlier, they lost to the Patriots. Even though both teams aren't playing their best football, the winner is clear. Vikings slay the Bears. Fourth matchup. We have the Tennessee Titans visiting the Houston Texans. It doesn't matter that both teams are in the same division. The Texans are clearly the more complete team. They have a better quarterback, better coach, better offense, and they also have home field advantage. The Texans will likely be leading their division in a few weeks, while the Titans are unsure whether they or the Jaguars will be in charge. The Texans could win by more than 7 points. Texans slay the Titans. Fifth matchup. We have the Detroit Lions visiting the Indianapolis Colts. The Lions are an excellent team both at home and on the road. The games they've won have been dominant, even impressive against teams of their level. The Colts come off a win against the Jets last week, but they struggled against a team with a collapsed locker room. Anthony Richardson has not stopped turning the ball over, and that could be very tragic for the Colts when playing against the Lions. Lions slay the Colts. Sixth matchup. We have the Patriots visiting the Dolphins. The Dolphins are back. With Tua, the offense has been better. The wide receivers are lighting it up. Even with an effective offense, the defense has played better. The Patriots have also played better, but they're not very talented, especially on offense. Although Drake May looks promising, they lack talent, while the Dolphins have more than enough talent. Dolphins slay the Patriots. 7th matchup. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers visiting the New York Giants. The Buccaneers have lost several games in a row but have fought hard to avoid getting blown out, while the Giants have lost even more games, without any fight. Baker Mayfield has faced the Niners and the Chiefs, and they've done so without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Buccaneers slay the Giants. 8th matchup. We have the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Washington Commanders. The Commanders have suffered 2 losses in a row, and last week they were on bye. The Cowboys, after losing on Monday against the Texans, will visit Washington to face a stronger team. The Commanders are a solid team still fighting to win their division. This is a crucial game for them, and without Dak Prescott, Dallas will struggle. Commanders slay the Cowboys. 9th matchup. We have the Denver Broncos visiting the Las Vegas Raiders in an afternoon game. The Broncos have been playing quite well, humiliating the Falcons last week, while the Raiders have been a mess for several weeks with no signs of improvement. It's clear their coach will be fired at the end of the season, if not sooner, and their quarterback situation is dire, while the Broncos are the complete opposite. Broncos slay the Raiders. 10th matchup. We have the San Francisco 49ers visiting the Green Bay Packers. This looks like a close game. The Packers struggled against the Bears last week, and the Niners lost to the Seahawks. Both teams look imposing, but neither is coming off their best games. Before that, Green Bay has been playing better, as reflected in their record. Packers slay the Niners. 11th matchup. We have the Arizona Cardinals visiting the Seattle Seahawks. The Cardinals come off the bye, and the Seahawks just beat the Niners, but in Seattle, this should be an interesting divisional game. Unless the bye week slowed them down, the Cardinals should play better. Jonathan Gannon has coached well, Murray is playing incredibly, and the defense is responding. Remember, Gannon's specialty is defense. Meanwhile, McDonald is starting to struggle, and let's not forget his loss to the Rams. Also, Geno Smith is a bad quarterback, no matter how explosive his play might seem. Cardinals slay the Seahawks. 12th matchup. We have the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday night. The Rams have been playing very well, but with many injuries. The Eagles are at their best this season. The Rams are better coached, but with all the injuries, it looks difficult for them to win games like this. It should be a close game, with both teams surpassing the 20-point mark. Eagles slay the Rams. 13th matchup. We have the Baltimore Ravens visiting the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday night. The Harbaugh brothers match. The Ravens are likely to be the favorites, but the Chargers have played better. The Chargers have the best defense in the league, while the Ravens have one of the worst. Both teams have elite offenses and quarterbacks, but the Chargers have the better defense. The Ravens are coming off a loss to the Steelers, who scored several field goals, while the Ravens couldn't score much in that game, with Justin Tucker even missing field goals. The Chargers, on the other hand, beat the Bengals in a very aggressive game. Chargers slay the Ravens. Well, that's all for today. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe, like the video, share with your family and friends, comment below, and see you soon.